Hello, tiny one. I haven't talked to you for so long. I even forgot how old are you. How old are you? 5? Oh, 4. I'm sorry. Yeah, I keep forgetting, man. I'm getting so old that I keep forgetting that you are my baby, my tiny one. Well, here, I saw your homework today, and I see that this problem you did it there. I mean, you did a fantastic job. You're doing wonderfully. However, babies still need a little practice, you know that. So you're doing fantastic, okay? So the idea here is I always start with doing this here. You see that my equal signs was in line like that? That's needed. And you'll see later on why it's needed that way. Okay? So the first thing that I do is I always work with the variables. The letter X, that is, okay? They're called variables. Variables, that's what it's called in mathematics, okay? So if you want to speak the language, you say variables, daddy, variables. That's what it's called. So the X is a variable, okay? It could be a Y, it could be a Z, it could be any letter, okay? But that's what they are, okay? So I always work with the variables first to place them in one side of it, and then you want to place the numbers on the other side, the number that don't have variable, that is, okay? This is what I will do. This keeps you in line just by rewriting this here, okay? All I'm doing is just rewriting this. Notice that I haven't done anything. All I have done is just rewrite it. Yes, it's exactly the same thing. Do you see it? Of course you do. Okay, but this is my plan. However, I make a little plan, and you have to make plans. So I need to add the 2x, since I'm trying to get rid of that one over there on that side and put it on this side here. See that? But it must be done twice at the same time. That you're not doing, baby, okay? So at the same time you do one, you do the other, okay? By doing that, you don't make errors. The baby, the tiny one, the 4-year-old, doesn't make errors at all, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, 3-year-old, okay? So 2x plus, then now you do 2x plus 2x is 4x. You see how easy it is now? And then, of course, you have the negative 3 there, yeah? And on the other side, this here turns into 0, yes? Which if you want, you can write it if you want to. It's not needed, but you can write it if you want to, okay? Oh, I erased more than what I needed to do, erase, okay? So, 2x, oh, I got the wrong ink, there you go, 2x. Can I just erase this here? I messed it up, sorry, pupus. Sorry, pupus. Okay, let me just do it again here. So here it should be negative 2x plus 2x. That's what we had there, okay? And this is a 0 there, okay? So, of course, any number plus 0 is the same number, right? That's the reason why. But you can write it because it's proper, that's all. And tiny babies need to work properly so that they don't make errors, okay? And then they don't get frustrated, okay? Tiny babies tend to get frustrated when they don't get the right answers, okay? There. So that's where you are. Now what I need to do is you need to get rid of this number here. Do you agree? That's the number that has to go and come to this side here. Well, to be able to do that, you simply add the same number, in other words, the opposite sign of it, and then here is again the same number. You can add it that way. Yeah, that was weird, but that you can do that, okay? And of course this is 0 now, so it should be 4x plus 0 because 3 minus 3 is 0, and then 9 plus 3 is 12. Do you agree? Okay? And of course 4x plus 0 is 4x. Yeah? Notice that how this here, you don't make errors there. You have control of the whole thing here at all times. And it just becomes a habit by working exactly the same way every single time. Then you don't even have to think. Babies don't have to think, okay? The next thing here, of course, you have to leave the x by itself. And to be able to leave the x by itself, okay, you need to multiply the inverse of it, which is if the number is 4, the inverse of it is 1/4. If the number is 5, the inverse is 1/5. If the number is 2/3, then the inverse is 3/2. But that we will do later, okay? But that's, in other words, all you have to do is just change the place from the top to the bottom. That's all. So that's what we need here. We need 1/4 because that's the one that has to go. And you do it twice. Always notice that we do it twice, okay? And by doing that, it turns into a 1. So now you have x times 1. I'm just gonna go here, okay? Nope. I'm gonna go here and erase this. Because I need the space, okay? I don't want to go to another page. So here I have, so we have x times 1 is x, yes. And then of course I have this, and this I want you to do, okay? You have the 12 here, yes? But you know that the 12 is also 4 times 3. Do you agree? Because you know multiplication. So you can write the 12 as 4 times 3. And then here, we have a 1 again. See that? I'd like you to practice doing that, okay? Because babies needs to practice. So here, 3 times 1 is 3, and that is the answer there. Okay? And that's how you should work this. Now, this is a long problem, but I think that you're doing fantastic, okay? Because you're a baby, you're a tiny one, you're 3 years old. And baby, 3-year-old babies don't do this, okay? All right? So I'll do another one for you if you ask me, of course, nicely. If you say, Daddy, I need another one, then I'll make another one. If not, well, I'll just don't, okay? Well, I love you. I'm gonna send you this one, and I hope you can look at this here one more time, 2 times, 3 times, and then trying to follow this for the other problems, okay? All right. But this should help you out. It can be improved what I just did here. For example, this part here, you don't have to do it, but it's proper though, so it's interesting that if you continue doing it, okay? All right. Well, I love you, and I'll talk to you later, baby. I'll try to make another one, I think, without many things here, okay?